Hello and welcome to the second game of this best of 3. We are watching the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament, and one of these two teams is going to have their last day in that tournament because we are watching a loser bracket. It is a loser bracket round 2 match, and Mousesports is up against Kaipi, and Mousesports is also already one game ahead of Kaipi, so they only need to win one more game to knock Kaipi out. Kaipi, they want to force out a third game by taking down Mousesports right now. We're gonna see if they're gonna resort to one of their more popular lineups at the moment with the Spirit Breaker. And I say we because I don't just mean viewers and myself, but I also mean my co-caster. Skim, welcome back.
Hello. Once again, Mousesports picking up the Visage as the first pick, which I think is a really smart move against Kaipi, just because Kaipi really likes to run the hero as well, and this really does feel like a Kaipi pickup. Keeper of the Light and Clockwork, two of their signature heroes.
Yeah, one thing Come With Me was the main Visage player. He got praised for his Visage everywhere. So who knows, maybe Kaipi doesn't really like the Visage that much anymore. But yeah, Clockwork, Keeper of the Light, of course picked up by Kaipi. I like it, it's strong. Doesn't really give that much away apart from the tri-laning against Kaipi already is going to be a tough one to do. Mousesports, they pick up the Lone Druid. The bans are not that common, I guess. I mean, we still have the bet in the IO, no surprise there. Darkseer banned out, as well as the OD banned out. So we still have got, for example, Alchemist Lifestealer in the pool.
10 seconds remaining.
And now we have a Bane ban out as well. So maybe Mousesports is looking to pick up the Lifestealer in the next drafting phase, or at least baiting out the ban on the Lifestealer by Kaipi in this banning phase.
Yeah, I think that would really be a smart choice. Either way, even Mousesports picking up the Lifestealer, I mean, that would be really great. Aggressive tri-lane with the Visage. Pick up a Rubik on that. You have the initiation with Telekinesis, Open Wounds, and then follow it up with a Soul Assumption. Quite a bit of burst damage, and Mousesports, they really do like to run that aggressive tri-lane, or aggressive tri-lane in general, putting up Black either on the carry or even Kvoikva. They're really flexible at that. And Kaipi, I think they're really thinking about it. Do we ban out another carry? Do we ban out something? Yeah, some sort of Lifestealer right now, because Mousesports did take out the Bane. But to be fair, Bane is also a great counter against Lone Druid because of the sleep against Bear, so you can't really pull on the offlane.
Yeah, it's a strong setup here regardless. Maybe they want to take out some supports that work okay together with a Visage. Maybe Naga Siren. If they don't want to pick it up themselves, I'm considering they already got that Keeper of Light. Keeper of the Light and Naga Siren actually work out very well together, because you've got that Illuminate that can go over the ensnared target. Could work out. But they really are taking their time. They only have 30 seconds left in their bonus time. So that means wow, we could have taught them that like earlier. But yeah, I mean, considering it, and probably now they will know what to ban out next. Keeper of Light will still be, Keeper of Light, Phantom Lancer will be the one to get banned out still. Just the risk of, it's not that powerful as people once thought, but it's still very annoying to fight against it. You just don't want to have that risk of that Phantom Lancer getting big there. It's just annoying. It's like when Broodmother was a more stronger hero, or considered a more stronger hero. That's why we saw Broodmother banned out all the time. It just forces you to constantly keep an eye on him, and you don't want to do that, so they ban him out. Mousesports had enough of that one. Kaipi, once again thinking about their next ban. They don't really have that much time left, so I'm hoping that they've got the rest of their plans sorted out. End up going for the Tinker, another respect ban to Kvoikva. By the way, we still have the Chen in the pool. Of course, still Spirit Breaker, Timbersaw, two heroes that Kaipi have picked up in the past. And when I say the past, I mean like this week, still in the pool.
Yeah, the Tinker ban really makes a lot of sense. Mousesports really like to run the Tinker in combination with the Visage and the Lone Druid, just because you have those additional summons that you can TP to. The Familiars, the Bear, and sometimes even the Beastmaster Hawk, so really a lot of mobility, but they denied it. Instead, Mousesports pick up the Puck, a more conventional, more safe pickup for them, because Fada and that Puck really strong. And Kaipi go with the Gyrocopter, which is most likely going to be their carry. They really only run, and there it is, TA, their mid hero.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one for Arteezy, so we're only kind of missing a secondary support or a jungle hero for Kaipi, so we'll see who they end up going with for that one. Of course, we're going to have another ban phase to go through first, and it's Mousesports that end up going for the Naga Siren. The Visage combination with the Naga Siren, it's deadly. If Mousesports is gonna run this as an aggressive tri lane, which I think, I mean, at first I thought maybe they can't do that anymore because of the Keeper of Light, and it will still not be that easy as it was. But it's still definitely an option for them. You've got yourself an Ensnare and a Riptide, and with that mana, or sorry, with the minus armor, that Visage Soul Assumption, oh, that hurts. That hurts like hell, I believe. So, we're gonna see if Mousesports is indeed gonna run that as an aggressive tri lane. Lone Druid could then be on the safe lane, and I like Lone Druid more on the safe lane than on the suicide lane, purely because he just needs that extra bit of farm to really have a big impact in the game, rather than just being someone with a bear that can take down buildings fast. Also actually being someone that has a bear that people actually run away from rather than they just want to kill it for free gold. But we'll see what Mousesports end up going with. Mousesports, by the way, have not had a second in bonus time needed, by the way. And KP just didn't ban out anything because they had no bonus time left. Right?
Or pulling a Zenith. But I guess it's a no ban strat for them. But it's just because they ran out of bonus time, yeah, as you said. Which is kind of weird, but Kaipi just taking their time this time around. Usually they really don't take that much time, to be fair. But
it's
this game
surprising.
seems to be different.
I mean, maybe they're a bit thrown off their game because of the last one. Might be. Rubik will be the last ban, so that's going to be one of the setup supports out. We still have the Shadow Demon in the pool if they want to try and do something with that one. But we'll see. They have 30 seconds. And if they don't pick up anything there, oh, they end up going for the Enigma, never mind. That will be their jungle hero, so we're still not going to see a safe lane from KP. And maybe that's going to be giving Mousesports more incentive to go on an aggressive lane, but they will all depend on their last hero. If they're going to be picking up an offlaner or another carry kind of hero, I would like to see another core. Juggernaut, I mean, really. Lone Druid Juggernaut, we've seen that plenty of time working for teams, why not do it here?
And the Juggernaut synergizes well with the Naga Siren as well. Just Net, Blade Fury, and Soul Assumption also a lot of damage. So, yeah, I agree. Juggernaut would work well here, and I think it's actually one of the better choices if they do want to run an aggressive tri lane. If they want to run a safe tri lane, they really could pick up anything.
Yeah, Mousesports. In the meantime, they hadn't used any of the bonus time before this last two ban/pick things that they needed to do. So we can take all their time. I'm actually like you see the combination that Kaipi has. They've got this cooldown with the black hole and the flare and illuminate. They've got a lot of AoE damage, but they don't really have any extra control. Like they have a Malefice and they've got the battery assault. Home Missile, I don't really count that one. Mana League neither. So they like KP is really lacking some disables. And Mousesports, even though their disables are not that plenty either, they've got a lot more. They've got an Ensnare, which lasts a long time. Entangles, you can't really count on that all that much, but still there. You've got yourself a Dream Coil. I'm counting that one, but not the Black Hole, because Black Hole is just such a long cooldown. And I mean, it's gonna hurt KP, I think, especially if this is gonna be an aggressive trial, which I think it will be. Koikfa will be taking on that Juggernaut. So yeah, in the end, going for the Juggernaut still, as expected, and no real surprise for us, I guess. I think no real surprise for KP either. Although they could have banned it out, they chose not to.
Kaipi, they really know Mousesports. They know most of their plays as well, especially Black. Envy and Black played together for a really long time as well. And they really should expect this lineup or this laning from them. And as I say that, Black's actually heading towards the mid lane. So, well, let's see who
plays where. I'm gonna go over Mousesports. They have the Radiant side, of course. Oh, before I go over Mousesports, actually, I will, of course, say that you are watching the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament. We are in a loser bracket. Mousesports is one game up compared to KP in this best of 3. Loser of this best of 3 will be dropped out of the tournament, while the winner will move on to the next round tomorrow. And yeah, Mousesports will start this game on the Radiant side. Fada will take on his signature puck, and apparently he's on the bottom lane, so that will be interesting, because that means that Koikfa will take on the Lone Druid mid. And we're gonna see Black having swapped with Koikfa, taking on the Juggernaut. Cinderin will play his support Naga Siren, while Puss will be on the second time today on the Visage support on this aggressive trial lane, and I'll leave Kippy for you.
Yeah, on the Dara side, it's Kaipi. Bone 7 as the Clockwork heading towards the bottom lane. Eternal Envy is still hanging around here, probably heading towards back on the top lane as the Gyrocopter. In the mid lane, once more RTZ as the Templar Assassin. Sing Sing heading towards the bottom lane as well, maybe? Yeah, looks like he's farming in the enemy jungle as the Enigma, and Paladai playing on the Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, I mean, we already have got some wards there. The small camp is blocked. Pool camp is blocked. And that would mean that Enigma doesn't farm as fast as he otherwise would. So he'll make it to this small camp of his enemies in good time. And we'll just be able to, like, in 3 seconds, we'll be able to start farming his way through the enemy jungle. I think it will be fine. I like this mid lane a lot by Mousesports, by the way. Lone Druid, in theory, should be winning most of the lanes. And he definitely wins up against the Templar Assassin. The refraction charges will be burned off real fast. I mean, you've got 2 people attacking him rather than just one. Wait a second, the top lane, we already have Eternal Envy going down. I mean, was he not aware that he was up against the trail lane? I mean, it was a typical combination. We know exactly what this lineup can do. You've got an Ensnare, Blade Fury, and a Slow. That's it. That's everything that Mouse has to do. They only have to press one button and then chase their enemy around, and the enemy dies. It's very, very simple. But apparently, Paladai not there to support. And Mousesports getting the first blood, and Envy is just slightly too far out.
Yeah, just a bit of sloppy play, and now he even has to walk all the way back. He did go for boots, which is kind of nice on this trial lane because, as you mentioned, Mousesports is going to be chasing a lot with that Blade Fury. So, good pickup for him, but still, getting picked off like this, not ideal. He even went for a Flag Cannon to get some sort of farm here, but if Mousesports play it right and they really know how to play it on this aggressive trial lane, they're just not going to give him any opportunity to farm at all.
And then he'll have to reside into his own jungle. We already saw him checking out the small camp, but that was still only then countered. So that's gonna be something that Paladai can of course help out. He can stack and pull in this jungle, or just at least stack, making sure that when Envy gets himself up to go into that jungle with the Flag Cannon and the Rocket Barrage, that Envy will get a bit of extra gold there on the side. I say on the side, but it will probably be one of his only gold that he'll actually get. But yeah, he has to be really careful. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, we've got, of course, Fada. He should be winning up against Bone 7 here. Bone 7, 6-1 so far. 13-1 for Fada. Getting ahead. No surprise there. And it will be continuing to go that way as well. So that's an expected lane to go for Mousesports. The top lane goes towards Mousesports. Middle lane, KP, 10-6 for TZ. Koifa sitting on 7-4. So slightly ahead for TZ. Question is, can he continue doing that once that Lone Druid reaches level 5? Because of course then he'll have Entangle, and it's not going to get any easier.
To be fair, he's harassing Koifa a lot more than Koifa is harassing him. And now Koifa ate through all of his region, and RTZ is playing even in this ballsy. Forces out a TP even, so RTZ just practically gained a 130 gold advantage. And with Sing Sing in the neighborhood, they can easily rotate in to gank him.
No, he has to be careful.
Koifa's really low now. Koifa's really low right now.
Yeah, one Malefice might be doing it, and actually Sing Sing is preparing for it. He doesn't have the mana for Malefice just yet, but he has the Clarity running. So he'll have it soon. And Koifa in the meantime has it salve up, so I'm not sure if he really wants to do it anymore. Nope. Goes back to farming. Not enough harassment up on Koifa. If it was earlier, then he could have done it indeed, but now, no longer the case.
Yeah, and Sing Sing just resorts back to farming in the jungle. But again, RTZ really forcing out a TP and a support here to stay down here. Helps out his other lane as well. I mean, Envy finally got 6 last hits, so something that's going their way. And RTZ definitely, with a hero like TA, can make something happen. A lot of burst damage coming out once he hits level 7 or 8. So
yeah,
looking towards some rotation. I'm interested to see which item build he's going for. I mean, it used to be Blink, Phase Boots, but now Treads and Yasha is more common.
Yeah, we'll go with it. It depends how much farm he gets, obviously, and how much he wants to rotate into a bit of a semi-carry or not. I think with this, you're probably right, Treads is the most safe option to go for here, and I don't think he'll be able to do that much with his Blink Dagger at the early stage of the
bottom
game.
lane, the Korea.
Ooh.
Taking a bit of harassment from Enigma. No, Fada, that's just bad micro.
Yeah, still not going down though. 15 HP left on there. Poor donkey. He'll get sent home the other way. Well, that would have been a nice pickup for KP, who was actually having their... actually, no TPs coming in. They want to try and take this. Bone 7 with that Invis rune. It's going to be able to cog up Black. Should be able to, but the Blade Fear will still be there. It's probably not something that he wants to be doing, so... Not able to get anything there, and the Mousesports already back out, so that was a bit of a wasted TP.
In the meantime, though, RTZ gets rid of the bear. He gets a kill, 300 gold for him.
Ooh, nice.
And Koika, he had cooldown on his summon. He just was able to summon the bear. And they might even look to gank him, because Bone 7 is still invis.
Yep, and there goes the cogs up on someone that can't play Fury. And that's gonna be a kill going the way of KP. Should be at least, as Quickfire, 16 HP. There's a slow, in comes a kill, nicely done. Bone 7 though, taking a ton of harassment, gets netted in, will be taking the fall. But it's still a trade in favor of KP because they got themselves the Lone Druid. And that was a good pickup to have. Vada was already having free farm bottom anyway.
Yeah, it really was a good pickup for them. And RTZ just, yeah, he's going to pick up treads. And I think with this rune, which he's not getting, he would like to rotate bottom.
A double damage rune on the top lane will go the way of Synderen. One thing, of course, I mean, right now we have got Juggernaut actually farming quite decently on the top lane. We've got Frada farming decently bottom. But one thing that's making the change here in favor of KP is that they have a dedicated jungler. They've got Sing Sing on the Enigma. Enigma is considered the fastest jungler at the moment, if he indeed is not needed anywhere on lanes and such. And that means that KP in theory should be getting ahead of these graphs. They are slightly ahead in gold, not by that much, but that's of course because of that exchange in kills as well. But they are getting slightly ahead also in experience, and experience is going to be the main factor. Because I mean, even though Envy didn't get that much last hits, he is getting experience. He's actually level 6 already. Oh, Sing Sing is going to find himself Fada in the jungle right now. He has to be careful though. They now, oh, they will try to do something. Look at those Eidolons. Malefice will still be there. Actually, Fada backing off, getting chased away by Eidolons. Blade of Fury. Blade Fury. Oh, locked inside the cogs. That's not helping. Sing Sing Bone 7. What you doing, man? Black gets hooked on. Dies. Fada looking to try and make amends. In comes Pass as well. They will want to take down Bone 7. They should be able to do it as well. Battery Assault might slow them down enough, but I doubt it. There we go. Fada with a kill. Still getting Black in return there is not that bad. Though I do think that Bone 7 maybe could have saved Sing Sing in some way.
I'm a bit confused by Mousesports' rotation. They rotated a lot. Black was sitting on the top lane by himself for 2 minutes because the supports were rotating to the bottom and to the mid lane. He then went into the jungle, went to the mid lane, and went to the bot lane. And this is also the reason why they're behind in experience, because they're moving so much and giving even Eternal Envy now space to farm and at least, well, yeah, redeem himself. And in the meantime, Koika also is rotating to the top lane now. Finally gets his bear because, yeah, he was killed right after he summoned it, so that definitely hurt him.
Yes.
And once again, another rotation coming out. Black now sitting in the mid lane.
Yeah, they have completed their rotation, I think. We're going to continue seeing the bottom lane to go the way of Visage, who's now level 6. That's the reason why he was there, obviously, to get those levels. He might TP in middle if he wants to. Synderen and Fada sitting mid as well. And a pause coming up from KP. But you're right, I mean, a lot of rotations. They probably realized, you know what, we're not going to be able to kill off Envy anymore, and we're actually only giving him experience. So they rotated. Lone Druid, who was not doing all too well mid lane as he died, rotated top. I mean, he's not doing bad, don't get me wrong. But yeah, he rotated top. Black mid then, as you said. KP in the meantime, no real rotations. They're still sitting on their lanes. They're like, you know what, let Mousesports do what they want and move around. And, you know, waste time. Because that's basically what they did. And the kills that they did get were trades in the end. Not that bad for KP. Of course, could have been better. Could have been better trades for KP, but not too bad. Pylai getting entangled here on the top lane, but Quickfire already backing himself off. Doesn't want to know, or doesn't want to have Envy actually helping out. Envy, who is indeed, as you said, finally getting some freedom there.
And he's looking not too shabby for himself. That's face. Oh, mid lane.
Yeah.
They want to go now TZ.
Dream Coil was already there. No more refraction because of the Blade Fury. In comes Bone 7. The cogs don't do anything to Black right now. Still have a slow there. Black doesn't have an Omni Slash. And actually the song comes in from Synderen. Also slowing or stopping Sing Sing. TPs himself out, allowing his entire team to escape. And that should be the end of it. that should be Mousesports disengaging, but also will make sure that, well, RTZ feels safe for Roshan. I'm not sure if he really can do this by himself though. I mean, he has got the refraction. He's got 9 stick charges that can help him out perhaps. The meld hits reducing armor, and there Sing Sing will help, and that will be something that will be allowing him to take down Roshan.
I'm surprised they didn't wait for Sing Sing to pick up a medallion. I guess the minus armor from the melt hit seems sufficient to them. This is going to be a nice Roche for them, a nice boost of gold, especially for Eternal Envy, who again didn't have the best start, but he's catching up. And Mousesports once again rotating, but nice warding coming out once again. Kaipi saw the rotation from Black coming in, and so Kaipi won't be surprised by this. If anything, they might even TP top with Sing Sing.
Bone 7. Slightly out of position, he cogged, but that one stops you from taking damage from Pass or Fada. Or you still have the Riptide as well. Bone 7 caught out, but they get a Roshan in return.
Top lane.
They also get Kaipi in return with the cold on here. Nicely done, Envy. I think he got solo experience for that as well. Pylon was actually moving back a little bit for that one, so that is something very valuable. And he calls Sing Sing to the desk here as well. We've got ourselves the demonic conversion if he wants to. Just gets himself some extra creepies. Thank you. And then they can take the end of this tower. Should be able to.
And Kaipi is not Kaipi. Envy is actually sitting on the top in terms of experience. Well, now Tizzy is it, but Envy's still sitting on level 9 compared to the others on Mousesports side. He's 1 or 2 level ahead, so definitely doing really well for himself. RTZ mid lane.
Yeah, he tried to TP out. The only slash was there. The refraction is up again in 9 seconds. He tries to run, but I don't think he's gonna be in time. There's no mana though up on Mousesports. There are some birds. In comes the courier. But the courier gets chased away. There's the refraction again. The orb not doing anything. The dream call will still be there. And the hookshot comes in, allowing for Bone 7 also to be there. In comes a bird stunning up on RTZ. He's still alive. He is still alive. 4 seconds. Yeah, he's gonna live. He's just fine. I was never worried.
Never.
Nope.
Never.
Nobody dies. I knew that.
Good movement from both teams though,
Very.
helping out RTZ, and the attempt from Mousesports was really nice, but unfortunately, as you mentioned, they lacked the mana and eventually also lacked the speed because RTZ just ran away.
Yeah, and this is the kind of play that we are used to seeing from KP. Just holding to their own, even if if the lanes are not really going their way, they have this brilliant sense of damage control. They just make sure that nobody is gonna die when not needed, when they don't get at least something in return for it, and it's working out great for them. I mean, they only have 3 kills, okay, but they only died 5 times as well. And I mean, as we just saw, everybody came in there to stop the Templar Assassin from dying, and that's actually a very big thing because Arteezy still probably building towards. I'm still thinking Yasha, but it could still be a blink there, depending on how aggressive he actually wants to be. And him dying would set that back by quite a lot. He is actually highest net worth on the map at the moment.
Yeah, only Fada keeping up. In general, Kaipi is just sitting so far ahead.
Yeah.
All the cores from Kaipi just sitting at the top of the farming chart. And Mousesports, they smoked up again, trying to go for some gank, but can they actually find something? They find ITZ, but can they kill him? That's the question.
Slow is
With
there.
7.
There's a melt, and Snare still coming off there from Sinrin. Riptide there as well, and that should be TA dead. This time he can't escape. He still had the Aegis, of course. Clockwork will be the one to give his life for real. I think that Arteezy should be able to get away from this one, especially since now the help comes in. And that's gonna be the end of that one. I think Clockwork was kinda... I don't know, he shouldn't have died that. With the Aegis up, should have known that Arteezy was gonna die and get out alive again. But
yeah, I agree. They should have just dropped the Aegis and given away that one.
Yeah.
But now they gave away a kill on Clockwork, which is very nice for them. Finally, rotation from Mousesports actually paying off.
yeah, it was about time.
It really was. It really was. Looking at the gold in general on Mousesports side, it's really not looking good. Fada again, the only one that's actually ahead, and he still doesn't have the blink.
I'm building towards it. I mean, it's not like the rest of Mousesports is doing that much worse. It's just a pretty big difference with especially the highest with Arteezy there. And one of the things, I mean, there's only one tower down up on Mousesports, but that's not what causes that difference for sure. Hookshot in up on pass. They really wanted to take that rune. It is Naga Siren that still gets it though. Uses the song as Bone 7 already killed off pass. Black tries to get himself away. Naga Siren is the one to end up dying to allow Black to escape. He should be able to TP himself out just fine, and indeed he does. But still, good trade for KP for sure. This time, they don't have to give anything away for this. It's not even a trade actually. Oh, actually, they gave up the invisibility rune.
Yeah, big trade for Kaipi. Wow. But no, seriously, Mousesports, not sure why Synderen cancelled his song. This way he just gave away a free kill on himself.
Yeah.
Which is never good. And again, just Mousesports, the one thing they have going for them is that Kaipi's not really pressuring the towers so far, or the lanes. Mousesports can still feel safe farming in their own jungle, even though nobody's doing it. And they're not losing map control that much, but they're just losing gold and experience by the minute.
Yeah, who do you think, like, late game? We've got basically 2 cores versus 2. We've got Lone Druid and Juggernaut, a combination that we've seen tons of times before. Wait a second. That's gonna be one Templar Assassin coming right up from Mousesports. No real hope for him. Oh, that was an awkward TP from NV. Got recalled to Pile Die, but TP'd as well, so it was a bit weird. But,
Yeah.
But okay, so we got the Juggernaut and the Lone Druid, a combination that we see zillions of times before with good results, and that's why it's been so popular, that combination. Up against a Gyrocopter, who's also been very popular, and a Templar Assassin. I think we can count her as a bit of a semi-carry here as well. Who do you think would win that matchup? Like, just 2-on-2. I don't think about any of the supports.
That's a good question, actually. I think it's Kaipi's side that would win that one. Just because in the late game, I feel like the Gyrocopter deals more damage towards them, and the melt hit gets weakens the bear by quite significantly, lowers the armor and makes him quite squishy. So I think Kaipi would win that matchup.
Yeah, and even I guess, I mean, Entangle can still be there up on the Gyrocopter, but he'll still be able to hit. As long as he can hit, he can do damage. And if we do include the supports with that, of course, team fight wise, we've got both having some. We've got, of course, a Black Hole for Nigma. I don't think we've seen it the entire game, by the way, yet. We've got a Black Hole, Illuminate, Call Down, and of course a team fight Disruptor, which is the Clockwork in this case, up on KP. And on the other side, you've got this big song and the control that a puck brings. I would put it fairly even, purely because that song is so strong for disengaging.
Hook shot on the bottom lane.
Oh, gets himself. Synderen should be able to get a kill here as well. Synderen can't really do anything against that. That's Bone 7 with a solo kill. They want to go on Fada. In comes a Dream Coil up on 2. Fada, he doesn't have a TP though. Where's he gonna go? Tries to orb himself into the trees. They know where he is. He blinks himself out. They'll try to take the tower instead. The flare actually doesn't scout out Fada, so he's gonna be stuck there for 30 seconds. I don't think that's too big of a loss for KP. It actually shows that he's still around there. There's gonna be another flare soon. Hello.
This is really ballsy from him. If they have another Midnight Pulse, which they do...
He blinks. Again. This time out of range, so... Yeah. He knows that there's no hook, because of course it got just used. If there was a hook though, that would be one dead puck.
It's still significant that he's stuck here, or was stuck for like 20 seconds, and in the meantime, of course, KP took down the tier 1 bottom. And now something happened which I feared for Mouse. Kaipi's actually taking map control. They just took a really important tower for Mousesports, the bottom tier 1, which holds a lot of control over their own jungle, and now with 2 very aggressive wards from Kaipi in the enemy jungle, they can just snipe off heroes when they want to, or just stay there and feel confident in farming there. And Mousesports, on the other hand, they have barely any vision up. They only have 1 ward up, and that's on the top side of the river, which...
They also got some wards up on the bottom lane to try and make them feel some safety there, but I mean, that still doesn't give them safety over their jungle, to be fair.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if this ward does give a lot of vision. It would have been nice when trying to defend the tier 1, but since that one fell, this ward is kind of... It feels not that well placed. I think it could have been a better one, like maybe at the Roshan pit, which is up in 2 minutes, so...
Yeah, I hope for them that they are looking toward that again. By the way, Lone Druid, he's going for old school build. Quickfire saving up for Radiance. He's got himself 3,100 gold. I think when he has that, we might see a bit of a shift in the aggression coming up from Mousesports. At least that would be my hope, because they have this team fight combination, and you already said like late game that gyrocopter, you really gotta watch out for that one. But if they have that radiance there, I don't think they need to wait for the gyrocopter to get big also. They can just start going, start pushing. They've got a healing ward level 4. They've got the radiance then as well, which would interrupt, for example, Blink Dagger should Enigma have it at that point. Unless Sing Sing is going for BKB, which I would actually recommend at this point purely because he might be aware that the radiance will be there on the bear. But that's actually... I mean, that could be the start for Mousesports to actually try and make extra things happen on the map. Try and actually take some towers, which they haven't done so far. But maybe they are already trying to get this tier 1 top.
Yeah, they're just assembling here without the bear. I think they don't really need it at this point. Because just forcing out a glyph and TPs, I think Mousesports would be happy with that trade. But actually, no, they're just trading tier 1 for Roshan. Which is not favorable, but they can't really fight at the Roshan pit anyway, so just take tier 1 top.
I think they could actually take the Roshan, maybe. If you have, I mean, they have the song. They might not be able to fight, but maybe they can take the Aegis and back off. But taking a tower is also very important. They need to have that core gold up, core items up, and towers give that to your supports more than anything. So, towers it is for Mousesports. They get 1. They don't get 2, even though they do try in this mid lane. But with the Roshan now dying, that's their cue to back off.
Once again, a questionable word from Syndran or from Mousesports. This one where the tier 1 tower was standing on the top lane. I'm not sure how much vision, how much crucial vision it actually gives. I mean, what benefit does Mousesports have from knowing that Kaipi is standing here?
Perhaps they were expecting KP to fight over their tier 1? That could be.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, in the meantime, yeah.
Naga Siren locked in cogs, Bone 7 with the hookshot, Illuminate to steal the kill. By the way, Piladai has got his mechanism ready. It's not a very fast mechanism, but considering the lack of fights, it will still be a valid one, a valuable one. We've got Envy now also having his BKB ready, so more items getting ready up on KP. We've got the Manta style up on up on TA, and yeah, we already saw the Asha, but Manta style as you also wanted to say, I believe. Yeah.
And Blink now on Sing Sing, and an Orchid on Bone 7, which I find really interesting. But this way, Bone 7 can actually go for solo kills more effectively, especially against the puck. He should be able to snipe off the puck by himself now with the Orchid.
Yeah, whoa, Gyrocopter gets Omni Slash to death here. Black able to make it happen. TP still coming in from Piladai, but it was too late.
And Envy even used his freshly purchased BKB, so...
Ouch.
One charge down.
Yeah, down to 9 seconds already, using it. Long cooldown now still as well, so that will not allow them to fight for a while. They're tier 2 still standing, but that's already Mousesports showing a bit more aggression. Black actually looks to be going for an Aghanims. I like an Aghanims, don't get me wrong. But I mostly like an Aghanims if you already have an extra damage item up. But Black doesn't seem to have the luxury farm for that, I guess. I mean, his farm is still sitting below that of the jungling Enigma.
Aghanims on Juggernaut as first item is, usually I would say, yeah, I agree with you, but I don't know, it seems popular amongst pro players. I know that Revos does it on Navi, when they put him on the Juggernaut offlane. And to be fair, Black, looking at his farm, he has been kind of playing as an offlaner, or, well, not really primary carry.
Yeah. Ooh, they find Syndran, hookshot in there as well. Bone 7 already gets a kill, should be able to get the kill. Mechanism won't keep him up. And Clockwork indeed with the last hit. That's gonna be one dead, and of course, I mean it's just a support, but it is the support for Mousesports that controls if KP can initiate or not, because the song off the board is an important thing to have. In the meantime, Piladai will go down on the mid lane. That's at least something that they get in return for this one. Bone 7 actually TPing in, but won't be able to do anything anymore. They take the tier 2 bottom, and that's so that's gonna be enough for now.
And once again, Mousesports losing a crucial tower in terms of map control. And looking at Kaipi's warding, they have really aggressive wards in the enemy jungle. So every time Mousesports try to go and farm in their own jungle, and if it's not one of the 2 camps in the front, they know about it. So Mousesports can't really feel safe at this point, unless they deward, of course. But great play by Kaipi. They kind of have to be careful and not get picked off all the time like they do, but now they might even get a pick off the fly.
Yeah, Black stuck, tries to TP out, but no, can't do. Envy gets a revenge kill. Good on him. He's got himself 1600 gold, and next to his BKB already there. We've already got like this Templar assassin. We said, you know, she picked up a Manta style. She has got 3100 gold already since that. She has only been involved in 2 kills, by the way. Of the 9. It's only 9 to 9. I mean, to be fair, we've seen more kill-heavy games, but this Templar assassin, normally you see mid-hero involved in everything, but no, only 2 of the 9 kills.
To be fair, he has been pushing towers. I think he was the one who actually took down 2 towers so far, so that's at least something. And he's been farming, so it doesn't really hurt them that he's not involved in those fights, because if you look at it, it's only 9 to 9, which is not really that much, and the threat is still there. If he does jump into a team fight, I think Mousesports have to be really careful, because the amount of damage he currently deals is, yeah, bye-bye familiar.
Yeah, hello 100 gold. Courier sitting around there, he's gonna get sent back black. Looking for some
he
of those
picks up an Eagle Song, RTZ. So he's looking really good.
He is looking very good indeed. And of course, I mean, he sat down there in the melt in tower range just to try and take down a bird. I mean, that's diehard. He was confident sitting invisible while he knew he was visible in basically a bit of enemy territory. But Mousesports just not in the position to really try and do something with it. They can't really fight back. They've got their cores, their Radiance is done, or at least it should be done.
He's not picking it up just yet.
He's not picking up the recipe. That's surprising, actually.
It really is. But in general, I'm not...
Maybe he's gonna do it right now.
Yeah, probably. But I'm really not a big fan of this Radiance.
There we go.
It slows down his impact in a team fight. I mean, if he picked up something like a Maelstrom and a Basher, I think... obviously he can't afford both, but if he picked up a Maelstrom, I think he could be involved in team fights more effectively. With the Radiance, it's still really nice to have it, and he can farm a lot more and can split push with it. In general, though, I feel like Kaipi is going to pressure in the next 10 minutes, and Kaipi is not going to have much of an impact in those team fights.
Hey, do you remember me saying that, you know, Keeper of Light will soon have a mechanism, so it will be a bit slow one, but still a nice one? I, at that point, completely blanked the fact that Sing Sing already has a mechanism. So, Paladai has got a buckler, but probably maybe a little bit miscommunication from his side, or he's not continuing to build on with the mechanism anyway. He's going for an ultimate orb.
Oh yeah, I saw that like 10 minutes ago when Paladai had the buckler and actually a headdress as well. So he sold his headdress?
Yeah.
Or at least, yeah.
He has to have sold his headdress. Ooh, hookshot in nicely done. Finds himself Fada. There's the Orchid as well. Illuminate will be there, and Bone with the kill. Mega kill streak for him right now. Some nice pickups for Bone 7 this game, by the way. Goldgraph is going 1400 in favor of KP. Experience towards the I say 1400, I mean 14k. Experience graph, same story. 14k in favor of KP, who now has Bone 7 with a Blade Meal, who he just picked off the bat and will be brought to him by Dragon Express.
And finally, Pass picks up a gem, getting some dewarding going on in their own jungle. Also crucial finding those traps, because in addition to all those wards by Kaipi, they also have a lot of traps laying down. So this gem, definitely a good pickup, also against TA, but they have to be careful not to drop it, because to be fair, Pass is a quite squishy target for TA.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah. Black with the Aghanims, I mean, he still needs to have some damage. He's trying to farm, but I mean, his farm is just not that fast. If you look at his gold per minute, it is only almost 300, and there are so many people higher than him right now. There's actually 4 heroes of KP with a higher gold per minute than Black. And now, that's something that you can't say every day. By the way, net up, Cinerin in some trouble, will still go down. Templar Assassin with the kill. Hookshot in the meantime up on Fada again. Bone 7 gets himself another kill, solo kill this time. No Illuminate needed. Just some distraction from Arteezy is enough, who has, by the way, another 300 gold because he picked up a bear. He is so deadly with that double damage wound. He now has this butterfly, which is gonna get brought towards him, and this is KP. I mean, we already knew that they were choking Mousesports a little bit in terms of not allowing them to farm. It looks like they're going for the throw right now, because they are actually grouping up. And it looks like their items are about done as well. The only one that they miss is a gyrocopter, but then again, if you have yourself a Keeper of the Light in your team, you can always be there if you want to.
Yeah, that's really what Kaipi likes to play, this kind of split push style, especially with Envy. Just Envy, he really likes to split push a lot, and yeah, he's been doing it the whole time, farming and split pushing the lane as much as he can, and he's just sitting by himself most of the time. He doesn't really mind just farming, and he's not really involved in the game in general. He's not even been there for the Roshan attempt, which is going to be there's going to be another Roshan up in about a minute, which has cheese this time around. And I think once they have cheese and Aegis, I really think Kaipi should attempt something. Even though Mousesports, they're trying to go for a gank now themselves.
Yeah, nice ensnare dodge from Arteezy in the mid lane, by the way. Just out of range of the sentry. Looks like he still might be in some trouble though. Mousesports, they're ready for a fight. They want to take that Roshan as well. Bone 7 is on a nice position to go for a backstab hook in the meantime. Tier 1 tower on the side of KP takes some harassment. That bear, of course, making sure that it hurts even more. Hook in, up on 2. And with the blade mill on, that's some trouble. In comes a cooldown, in comes a black hole as well, up on 2. Already gets interrupted though, but Naga Siren, Pus, Fada, all 3 go down. It is Envy with a triple kill. The bear will still TP out. Nice one for him, but the rest of his team already dropped. Juggernaut still goes down as Bone 7 escapes barely, but escapes nonetheless. 4 dead on the side of Mousesports. You might think this could be a good time for Roshan, but this might actually be a good time to try and take down tier 2 and maybe even get some damage done on a tier 3, if not more.
Quoiqua escaped barely. That pun. But they should just go for
Did I
tier
say
3
that?
high ground. Yeah,
Wasn't even intended.
it was a really good pun.
They're actually
was
gonna go
just-
just top.
I gotta say, MVP award to Bone 7, even though I know that Envy and Arteezy are farmed as hell. I'm just gonna say, Bone 7 being able to pick up all these support heroes on the side, picking up Fada on the side, which is really clutch, because Mousesports, they can't really take team fights, because Fada, every time they want to fight, Fada's being taken out immediately. He's being hookshotted, silenced, and then just killed.
And he is such an important hero as well. He's such a playmaker normally. He is the one to make fights happen for Mousesports, and he just can't. Bone 7 is completely stopping him from doing it, and it's impressive. His hooks are on the mark. I don't think we've seen a missed hook yet, but it might be because we haven't been watching him 24/7. But he's been doing really well. Roshan will not be taken. They didn't take anything up the high ground though, as in tier 3 tower still stands. What they did do was take down another bear on Quoiqua, and that's gonna be, I mean, that's like all the farm that you see up on Mousesports right now. The highest farmer is Quoiqua, but all of that is sitting in his bank or on the bear. So this is a very sad lone druid right now.
He really is, and this hurts him a lot, because ideally he would be farming this bottom lane quite easily, pushing it out so Kaipi doesn't have such an easy time pushing in. Now though, the lane is pushing in, has a catapult and another creep wave going, and Bone 7, he's looking for another target on this bottom lane already. And the Scythe of Vice now up on the Keeper of the Light, so this just goes to show how far ahead Kaipi actually is.
Yeah.
And do we even dare looking at the golden experience graph?
Yeah, I dare. 25k on 25k experience and gold, all in favor of KP, who also took the gem of Pass, by the way, the one that, of course, should be buying Mousesports more space to farm. Didn't end up doing that for them. There's another bear. Nice. Radiance is back. 2700 gold up on Quoiqua, by the way. He's, of course, the one that didn't die in that previous fight. But I would actually recommend him spending it before he does die in a fight, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's no use for him to have buyback on, because once he has buyback, I mean, there's no bear for him to resummon, so
exactly.
just spend all your gold you have.
Bone 7, he's got a Mask of Madness.
Yeah, it seems like his favorite item. I mean, he even picks it up on Batrider just to be... Well, on Batrider it kind of makes sense.
It makes more sense than on Clockwork, I think, though. I like it on Clockwork. I mean, if you hook on someone, you know, he's gonna be silenced for a little while only because of the Orchid, and you want to hit him as much as possible during that Orchid, so it makes sense in that regard. But it's an expensive item just to get a couple of extra hits in on a Clockwork.
Yeah, and it makes you a bit more squishy. And
yeah.
I would have
Actually,
preferred an Agnums.
now that you say that, I think it actually then works great with the Blade Mail. If you are more squishy, and you turn your Blade Mail on, boom, everybody else takes the damage too.
Sure, Bone 7. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, next, top lane.
And that's gonna be a bear. Yep.
He was just summoned.
Well, I can only summon him back if he's not under attack, Quoiqua. Be more careful with your pets. Otherwise you
really
will come
has
and
to
take
be.
them away.
And now with the Desolator up on TA, this bear will not last for long.
Yeah, it's If it wasn't painful before, it's gonna be painful now, but it already was painful before, so
Speaking of
KP,
painful,
another hook in, only gets a creep this time, still looks for cogs, but he's silenced up right now, gets netted. Pops up, oh wow, that's gonna be still Clockwork dead. Meld does some damage to Puck, but Illuminate actually gets dodged right on time, blink away.
Dire's middle tower is
And
under
they actually disengage. Synderen will be able to run away. Healing Ward gets taken down. Trap slows down Black, but I think he will still run into safety. Unless there is a blink Malefice, but I don't think so. So Bone 7 actually did end up turning on his Mask of Madness and his Blade Meal, but I mean, he did some extra damage to Mousesports, but he took way more damage himself. That Soul Assumption was really, really deadly.
yeah, it really was. But nice play by Mousesports, taking out Bone 7 immediately and then just retreating. They really need more plays like this, otherwise it's looking really dark for them. So far, they haven't really been able to get good pickoffs or good team fights, but this was really great. And ideally next time you get it on RTZ or Envy, but I think they're happy in taking down Bone 7.
Yeah, they should.
And he had an unstoppable streak, so lots of gold.
Extra gold. Go on the way of the Visage, but extra gold nonetheless. Visage fairly rich. 1300 gold up for pass. Question is, when does KP go again? I mean, they still have a cheese. That's nice. They still have an Aegis. Nice too.
Yeah, they feel really reluctant to actually make the move. I don't know, with their gold and experience advantage, usually I'd say, guys, just go ahead. Just take the mid lane or bottom lane, whatever, but they really try to play it secure and safe, I guess. But
Yeah.
did they really need to? That's the question.
Yeah, one of the downsides of being on the player end of things in a game like this is that you don't see the gold graphs. So you don't know exactly how much you are ahead as Naga Siren just gets sniped there. Oh, actually hookshot in by Black. Arteezy just running into the enemy base. Double kill for him. Looking for a next one. That bear is already dead. Arteezy still gets entangled though, but should be able to live. Black holes there as well. Visage dies. GG gets cold. Koifi again, the only survivor there. But you know, he's got 2400 gold in the bank, but no bear, and it's just very painful. We have got Mousesports forced to a third game. KP still in our Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament, because that's what we're watching, of course. It's a best of 3. The winner of this best of 3 will continue to live on the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament. The loser will end up getting dropped out. Loser bracket, round number 2 match. Winner will face IC Cup tomorrow. And well, we're gonna see if it's gonna be Mousesports or KP, because that's gonna be our third game of today. Mousesports KP. And we'll be right back with that third game. If the end screen actually comes. Hello? Do you get an... Ah, there we go.
Ah, there it is.
I was wondering, like, something's wrong with my Dota. But no, it is not. We're gonna be back here in just a moment, so stick around. Here we go.